Is it possible to make a professional looking cinematic video like this on a budget? Of course it is. Hi, my name's Tony at Shutter Mayhem Photography, and just before I start, I'm not affiliated or sponsored by any of the products shown in this video. There are 4 pieces of equipment you will ideally need. Obviously the most important thing is the camera, a gimbal, an extension pole, and finally the editing software. We'll start with the camera, and fortunately most of us already own a good capable video camera, which is your smartphone. Normally they've got great video quality, they've got good image stabilization, and of course they're free because you already own it. The thing to remember when recording, you want to shoot at a minimum of 1080p, 60 frames per second. The only reason why I say 60 frames per second, as it enables you to put any slow motion without any juddering going on when you do your final edit. For the video, I actually used my Gopro Hero 8, so you can use an action camera as well. These give excellent video quality, they've got good image stabilization, but the beauty about action cameras is that they're also very small and light, so you can actually maneuver them into awkward places and without becoming a bit tiresome when you've been shooting for a long time. Now, action cameras aren't that expensive. Just for over a couple of £100 you can buy yourself a decent action camera. The only thing I'll say about cameras generally is trying to avoid the really cheap ones, because generally they look great and they look like they're good value for money, but unfortunately most of the time you will be disappointed in the image quality, the image footage. You've also got cameras, and you've got your DSLRs, and you've got your mirrorless cameras. The nice thing about the DSLRs and the mirrorless cameras is that you can change the lenses, so you've got a few more options there. The next thing I'm going to talk about is gimbals. Now, gimbals help to stabilize and basically keep the camera straight when you're moving around. You can also be quite creative with them, and the one I used is the Crane M2. I think this is a discontinued model now, but it serves me well and I quite enjoy using this because you can be quite creative with them. The nice thing about these, well, that particular model, and as with a lot of other gimbals, I can either use a smartphone on it, I can use my action camera, or a small mirrorless camera. And obviously the bigger the gimbal you go for, the bigger camera you can attach to it. They're not that expensive. It was about £160. If this is above your budget, you can buy just generally a smartphone gimbal. There's no motor in it or anything like that, but they're about £30 to £60. There's quite a few on the market, but they'll help you get started. Extension poles, these are excellent because you can create drone or crane-like shots. In other words, you're just extending the camera to higher places or even lower places, or even get the camera into awkward places where you couldn't normally possibly go. An extension pole you might already have. It could be a monopod or a light stand, anything like that where you can extend the camera. Now, the final thing you'll definitely need is the video editing software. Fortunately, there's a lot of free ones out there. If you're a Mac user, you've got iMovie, and if you're a Windows user, you've got Windows Movie Maker, and there are other free ones available for you to use, which are very good. Now, these video editors are not the most comprehensive, they're quite easy to use, and they actually do a good job. To edit the video, I used iMovie. There is a new one that I've just downloaded, which is VN Video Editor, which actually seems a next step up, and that's a totally free of charge one as well. So there you have it. That's 4 pieces of equipment I've used to make the video at not very much money. It's not about how much money you spend on equipment and how good it is, it's how good your creativity is as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe and tickle my bell for future notifications, as I will be posting more photography based content in the future. Now, without further ado, here's a 2-minute creepy video of a derelict mansion in Wales. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below. See you again.